But you have a blabbermouth. What a blabbermouth. He can't hold water. Hello, my gorgeous gastronomes and vampires. Welcome to T-Rex Steel City Mukbang. Where will this food journey take you today? Pull up a seat. Let's eat. Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to Thursday Out Loud. Welcome. We're here to talk today. I'm going to quickly tell you what I got and get started on the story because it is going to be a little bit long-winded. But I have some St. Louis style spare ribs, and I actually was going to put this on the grill, but I didn't have time because I had a lot of stuff to do. So one of the sections of the rib was, I call it deformed because it was cut away from the bone a little bit, and just a piece of meat was hanging. So I just threw that section of the rib into the Instant Pot. Good. But the next time I have some of these, they're going to go on the grill. Also, just a salad. I want to thank all my subscribers, old and new. Thank you guys so much. I love you. Thank you. And to those of you who have not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you can be notified every time I upload a new video. Okay, guys, I told you in the beginning of this, I'll probably have neighbor stories for you forever. Also, this is homemade ranch dressing. It's Greek yogurt, half a pack of dry ranch, Hidden Valley, dry powder, and mixed with a little bit of water. That's it. I can't really do the ranch that's already made in a bottle. Sometimes I do, but it's not my thing. I like to make it myself. It's much healthier. But you guys know, some of you, most of you, I guess, I've been trying to get windows for my apartment. My landlord was supposed to get them, I thought once the weather broke from winter, because I did tell him before winter hit. Give him enough time, Give him time. 6 months ago. So I talked to him the other day, asked him about the windows. And he says, oh yeah, still going to get them. But I had a house that I had to fix up to sell. It was another rental property. But he wanted to sell it instead of renting it. He says, oh, I went into debt really bad on that, getting it fixed up to sell. Okay. I'm trying to find out the part, what's this have to do with me? And the place that I'm living in that belongs to you. What's that have to do with me? I didn't say that, but I was thinking in my mind, if I'm paying you monthly, how did the money that I'm paying you end up going to another place that you own that was empty? How does that work? It seems like the money that is paid into this house, at least a portion of it should be put away for any emergency that happens over here. That's the way I see it. But, Fine. Have to wait now till he sells the other place. Really, the problem with the windows is they're old and they're starting to separate from the frame a little bit, which means stink bugs can get in much easier. Any kind of bug can get in much easier. So what I ended up having to do was get a piece of clear plastic, really thick plastic, and block the window in. Except for enough space for my air conditioner. So hopefully that'll keep the bugs out. Now, my neighbor number one, this is Mr. Fix-It and Mr. I was talking to him one day. I was outside, and apparently the old man, the landlord, had told Mr. Fix-It neighbor one about me asking about the window because the neighbor, number one, said to me, "Oh yeah, the landlord, he's kind of cheap sometimes. He's not going to put windows in this place." Thinking, wow, news travels fast. He's like, yeah, he's not going to do it. Now this guy knows it all. He thinks he knows it all. I'm just standing there listening to him tell me what's not going to happen. And the whole time I'm thinking, I will get my windows. Because if it takes too long, I'll put the rent in escrow. That's what I will do. Put it in an escrow account and tell the landlord once he gets the windows in, he'll be able to go to the judge to petition for his money. No, I don't want it to go that far. I don't think it will go that far because I think the man will do what he says. But while we were outside talking, I came in the house for something, show my neighbor, and when I came back out, my screen door slammed really hard. And it's been doing that. Like the spring, where the arm that slows the door down, I think the spring was broken. But I didn't care. I was just slowing it down with my arm, you know. So neighbor number one hears that. He's like, oh, you got a broken spring arm on that door. I'll let Bill know. I'm like, no. Do not tell the landlord because it's not a big deal to me. And any money that he does have, I want him to focus on getting the windows. I said, don't tell him. Let it go. I'm fine. I'll be fine with it. It just slams a little. That's it. So I think it's all over. I think the conversation's over with. He goes into his house and I come back in mine. 10 minutes later, my phone rings. It's neighbor one. He says, hey Tara, I told Bill about that door. Didn't I ask you not to say anything? Didn't I ask you not to say anything? I didn't want him to spend his money on the door. I want him to spend his money on the windows. But you have a blabbermouth. What a blabbermouth. You called him as soon as you walked away from me. I'm telling you, don't tell him. You call him immediately and tell him as soon as you leave me. He can't hold water. He can't hold water. Really. He says, yeah. I told Bill about the door. And we'll be over tomorrow to replace that arm. Great. Great. Thank you, I guess. You can't keep a secret. It wasn't that big of a deal. I wasn't going to complain about it. You know? This is a really nice place. There's not really anything else wrong. Other than the living room needs new windows. Everything else is great. That's why I wasn't too worried about the door. But anyway, they came over the next day, put the arm on. Now, the arm that they replaced was very similar to the new one. Once neighbor number one got it installed, he calls me over like I'm about a first grader. And he says, now, come here. I just want to show you. Let me show you this. And when you open the door, this little slider slides here, and it keeps the door open. And when you want to close it, you have to push the door a little bit and slide it back. He showed me 3 times. Dude, trust me. I'm sure I could have installed it. You're talking to somebody who is kind of handy, you know? And he knows this. Because we've lived here beside each other for 6 years. He's seen me doing things outside myself, you know? First, you told what I didn't want you to tell. Like a blabbermouth. Now, you're talking to me like I'm 6. It's like, thank you. Thank you, I got it. Thank you guys so much. I gotta go back and, I'm going back in the house. Bye. If you don't want something told, don't tell him. If you do want a story to get out, tell him. It'll be out in 5 minutes. Hilarious. But really, tell me what you think about the landlord not having money for this place. Like, I guess using the money that he had from the rent here to fix up another place. What do you think about that? Hit me in the comments. I had I'm pretty sure a troll straggler from TikTok over here. Pretty sure. Her first of all, I'll tell you what she said. She told me, why don't you chew and swallow before you put more food in your mouth? Now her name, you can see the comment, so I'm not giving out any information that's not already known. Comment's still there. Her name is Alice Sanders. And her initials are AS. What I told her was, I wish you would mind your own damn business and go give orders to a kid. Because I'm grown. Now, after further thought, I should have said, hopefully, your middle name is Susan. We'll just go with Susan. Or Sarah, or Sherry. Something that starts with an S, anything. Because then, your initials would be Alice, Sherry, Sanders, or Sarah Sanders, Alice, Sarah Sanders, whichever. Your initials would then be ASS. Is what you look like telling a grown woman how to eat. True. You got the right initials. In fact, I'll just throw in the extra S for you in case your middle name doesn't start with an S. Since you want to tell me how to eat, I'll give you your middle name. I do not play with these people at all. This was good. I just wish I would have had time to barbecue it. Would have been so much better. But it's good. It's good. St. Louis style ribs in the Instant Pot. I'm getting full. I'm tapping out, guys. Well, gang, that is it. Peace out, my gastronomes and vampires. I will see you soon.